I'm Rob Hoffman, and today I want to talk a little bit about microphones for us YouTube creators. Most of you are using the microphone built into your phone or built into your PC or built into your camcorder. And those may or may not do a good job of recording audio. But if you're going to vlog consistently, you really do want to get a microphone that does justice to the audio. The audio is the most important part of your production. Well, the audio and the video. You need both. But anyway, with that said, I've, over the course of time since I've been doing YouTube, I started with this really nice ancient Sony Handycam. It was one of the first digital 8 camcorders, and it did a really good job at DVD quality. Two things that were wrong with it. One, it recorded to 8mm tape, which took forever to transfer to your computer because you had to play it back and it recorded onto a MP4 file or an MP2 at your PC. So it took a while to transfer and encode. The other thing with it is it's bulky. But getting back to the microphone, this one was great, except the built-in mic also picked up the motor running, and you always had whirring sounds in my video, which wasn't great if you're. I did piano recordings; they just didn't come out as good because you had the sound of the camcorder. Sony took care of that back in the day by having an external microphone hookup, so you could have a wired microphone connected to it. I'm going to come in, hopefully it'll zoom in here. There it did. And there is the microphone port. If you are using a camcorder of any type, if you have a mic jack, you can simply get an external microphone that is wired. Although they are getting fewer and fewer between, they have a mini plug on them. Your PC will have a jack for a microphone also, or at least most do. But moving up forward, I started picking up the small digital camcorders, high definition, inexpensive. They do a decent job of recording, but there is no external connection for a microphone. So you are really limited to just the internal mic on these. If you're looking to add a microphone, that's the first thing you check. If you don't see a plug for an external mic or something labeled mic, you're not going to be able to plug a microphone in. So that leaves you doing it within your software. So in my case, I picked up a Zoom, what was it? Q2 HD. They don't make this anymore. But it's a Zoom microphone with a little camcorder built in. And it records onto an SD card, which is great. I can transfer the SD card data right into the computer, and that's what I do. I'm switching the audio to the microphone. Right now, you can hear the difference in quality from my camcorder to the Zoom. This particular Zoom is ideal for doing voice recording, and it's also really good for doing music recording in an auditorium. I use it at the back when I do the choral videos that I have published, my church's cantata. I use this in the back, and I use that as the primary audio, and I mix it with some audio from the front so the choir comes out clear. But this is what I use for that. But when I was using it on my piano, it's very sensitive, and it picked up all the little nuances or the mechanical noises that I didn't want anyone to hear. You normally don't hear them. So this kind of got put off to the side, and I picked up this Tascam DR7 Mark II. It does wide field and narrow field. I keep it closed in. The narrow field is ideal for recording on my piano because it's just sensitive enough to pick up the music, but not so sensitive that it picks up all the mechanical sounds. If you listen close, you'll still hear a little wheezing and creaking because my piano is 16 years old, but it's not prominent. So it's ideal for that. I don't care for this as much as an audio recorder for voiceovers. You're listening to that now. I just don't care for it as well, but it's an option that I have. If you go out shopping, these are not more than $100. If you go, and you don't need a high-end anything for doing vlogging, at least not to get started. What we'll do next is in our audio or in our video editing software, we will merge the soundtrack that's being recorded by your microphone and the video. And to do that, you either will have a syncing option or a multicam feature. I use Final Cut, and that's how I do it. I just select my clips and tell the software, merge these. Synchronize the audio between them, and it gives me one selection with all those tracks all lined up perfectly. And then I just choose the best audio and the best video. Okay. I wanted to show real quick how inside of Final Cut I do the merging. This is my 3 videos, or my 2 audio files in my video file that I did initially. I'm going to select them and I right click and I'm going to do synchronize in this case. I could also do a multicam clip, which the difference of those, we got the synchronized clip has just one track, and then if I go to the audio, I will have the various audio tracks merged in with it. I'm going to toss that because that won't work for my purposes here. With this one, I'm going to select all 3. I'm going to do a multicam, which I will call sync, so I can find it. Synchronize. Now I have, we'll select that, that's my audio, or my video. The audio, to start with, will also be here. But what I've just done, and I'm going to go ahead and drag this down just so you can see. Over the course of time since I've been doing YouTube, I started with this really nice ancient Sony Handycam. It was one of the first camcorders, and it did a really good job at DVD. It recorded 8mm tape, which took forever to transfer to your computer because you had to play it back and it recorded. Now, just showing the audio is all synced. The MP4 file and MP2 at your PC. So it took a while to transfer and encode. Okay, that's all I'm doing with that. If you don't have that and you have to line it up manually, the way you do that is at the start of your recording, you get a video of something audible and something loud, and the simplest thing is to clap your hands. That will create a spike that you'll be able to see to drag everything back and forth to line it up. And from there, you just leave everything in place and make sure when you cut all the way through to the bottom so that your audio and your video chop together, and you will have nice synchronized audio. If you're using your cell phone, you can buy external microphones for your cell phone. If you look online for them, you'll find them pretty easily. And if you're using your computer, you can buy a USB microphone and plug that in, and it will merge the audio and the video at the time you're doing your streaming. So that part's pretty simple. Anyway, I hope this helps a little bit. I'm getting ready to do a video on editors, and we all use different editing software. It would be great if you commented down below what you're using, and maybe if you're comfortable that you'd be willing to do a video showing a quick editing session on your software. That way we can start sharing how we're doing things with each other. Coming up, I will talk about how to do screen capturing so you can do that. I think my very next video though will be talking about lighting to get a well-lit video. That way you'll have good audio and good video. And your vlogs may get a few more viewers. Have a great day.